Today we're going to be looking at the Sparkel machine, and this is a way to make bubbly water at home, to make carbonated drinks at home. The difference is a Sparkel does not use a CO2 tank. It's going to use baking soda and citric acid to create the CO2 and force it into your drink. This is by far one of the coolest kitchen appliances I've ever bought. So prior to buying my Sparkel, I was drinking at least one big carbonated water a day. So when I priced out all the price differentials, it made more sense for me to buy the Sparkel and make my bubbly water at home. And then I didn't have to limit myself to one a day. So just some basics of the machine itself. You got the machine and you got the special Sparkel bottles that have these like little gas release tops and bottoms. And you have to buy the little Sparkel packets. These are called the carbonators. This is the baking soda and citric acid specifically measured out for how you're going to sparkle your beverages. So I'm going to make my favorite recipe today, which is green tea with lemon and stevia. It's a nice sweetened thing. So on the bottles themselves are little indicators of where to fill. One is for water and one is for everything else. I consider this in everything else. Sparkle works better if your beverage is very, very cold. It just bubbles better. So I add ice to every single batch. So I'm going to add my ice first. My standard is 5 ice cubes. That's just what I like. Next, I'm going to add in my green tea, which I pre-brewed ahead of time. I just keep it in the fridge. I used to drink this not bubbly. It's definitely my favorite drink to sip on throughout the day. But once I started sparkling it, it changed everything. So I'm going just below the line because I still need to add my lemon juice. And I don't pre-measure this. I just kind of dump everything in there and call it good. So there's my lemon juice. And I sweeten with stevia. Lemon juice and stevia go really well together. So I'm doing 2 full things of the stevia here. Not drops, but 2 droppers full of that. I'm going to add my lid, put it on nice and tight. We're going to go ahead and put it in our machine here. And then before I engage the machine, I have to add my carbonator packet. I'm going to take out one of my carbonators, snip off the top. And there's a little hole up top here. We're going to dump that in there. Make sure it all comes out. Okay, and then we'll pop down the lid. So then I'm going to engage this thing. So you pull down the handle, and I'm going to choose what level of bubbliness I want. They said a normal fizzy drink is about level 3. I like level 4 for my drink. So I'm going to go ahead and choose 4. And once I hit this, the baking soda and citric acid, it's not going into your drink. It's going to react with this little water tank back here and create the gas. And then the gas is going into your drink. So the baking soda, the citric acid, and this water back here never actually touch your drink. They just make the CO2 that then is going to be forced into your drink itself. So there's no citric acid in your drink. It's just the gas being added. So once I chose my setting, I'm going to hit Sparkle and let it do its magic here. We're going to speed this up while it sparkles. This is a time lapse of about 4 minutes when I hit that button 4 on there. Now that my Sparkle is done, we're going to release the bottle. This kind of sounds like a rocket ship taking off. Don't let it scare you, but here's how it goes. Big crazy sound. It's scary at first, but trust me, it's good. Go ahead and take your Sparkle out. Now, don't open it right away. On top here, you're just going to release a little pressure. There. Now your bottle is safe to open. And we have a nice bubbly green tea lemonade inside. This is by far my favorite recipe. Only maintenance on the Sparkle itself is sometimes you're just going to wipe down this little bit of area. Where your water went was into this little dish here. You're going to dump this out when it gets full. And then just keeping this water tank on the back full. So I check it every now and then, make sure it needs water. So filling that up. But very, very cool kitchen appliance. I went from drinking 1 bubbly a day to 2 just because cost effectively. I calculated out what I was spending on bottled water in 14 weeks. This thing pays itself off and then some. And I'm drinking definitely more sparkled water than I was before. This is so refreshing. I'm actually a musician, and bubbly water feels so good on my throat, on my vocal cords when I'm on stage. So it's definitely been my go-to. In the world of kitchen appliances, I wasn't sure if this is what I'm going to use, and since the beginning of the year, it's been 6 weeks. My entire family uses it. We've been sparkling everything. They've been sparkling their electrolytes. I drink a lot of green tea and just regular water in general. I love to sparkle everything.